What are some of the biggest mistakes traders make early when starting out? And then what are some of the biggest mistakes when they're more seasoned that traders make that you've seen?
Great question. And you used the term dopamine earlier, and I just want to talk about that, because the question is, what do young traders do to undermine themselves? And it is completely the emotional side. I have never met anyone who has failed at trading because they didn't know how to read a chart. Learning how to read a chart is a very simple process. And so what people do when they get into trading, they put all their time and effort and focus on learning technicals, learning the options, learning all this stuff. And they get it. Intellectually, they get it. And then they go out into the market. And it makes a whole lot of sense. I get it. I know the process. And then you're put to the test. And then all of a sudden, you start to get dopamine flowing through your system. You start to get adrenaline coursing through your system, and cortisol spikes. And they've done lots of studies now on the human brain. One of my favorite studies is they hooked people up to an MRI machine while they were playing blackjack. And while they were playing blackjack with no money on the line, all of the brain activity was in their prefrontal cortex. That's where we make logical, rational decisions. And it takes about 3 to 4 seconds for the prefrontal cortex to go through all the possibilities to make the best decision possible. Once they gave them money to play with, the brain activity in the prefrontal cortex went away, and it all went into the insula, where the decisions are made instantly. There is no thought process. They're made instantly. It's the fight or flight response. And so you take these people that have spent hours and hours and hours studying on charts and entry points and exit points, and then they get in there and they don't even understand that they are literally using the wrong part of their brain. And then they kick themselves and say, why? Why did I mess this up? I know better than this. And then they go do it again, and their prefrontal cortex shuts off, their insula kicks in, they make the same decision. You can't learn that in a book. I mean, yes, there are books out there, but not really about trading psychology. That's our big focus at Maverick Trading, is that, yes, look, you can learn technicals anywhere. You can learn strategies and edges anywhere. Can you, when you're put under duress, under pressure, can you follow your system? That is where traders fail. That is the entire game of trading. And everyone thinks it's in the charts. Everyone thinks it's in the graphs. It's not. It's, can you do what you're supposed to do when the pressure's on? So that's my advice, is focus on that. Look, you have to know a minimum of charting, a minimum of technicals. You need to spend years and years and years on your trade psychology.